For pharmacy, press 1. One moment, please. Services. Next time you are here, pick up a veteran information packet at the information desk.
Okay, this is Jerry. How may I help you?
Hi, yes, I was expecting your call today and hadn't heard from you.
Okay, and you are who?
Slade Fuquay?
Fuquay?
Yeah.
What's your last four, sir? I'm sorry, can you say that again?
It's
Alright, yep, we're having a bad connection because I can't hear anything. I'm going to ask you to say that again one more time. Right. Let me log on and see exactly. Can you hold, please?
mm-hmm.
It's fast, easy, convenient, and secure. Visit www.myhealth.ca on the web and register today. Veterans experiencing emotional and suicidal crisis and are discussed daily members or friends have immediate access to an important contact telephone number. Find it all at www.houston.va.gov. Can't make your next VA medical appointment? If you can't use your appointment time, another veteran might be able to. Call the VA Network Telecare Center at 713-794-8985 to cancel or reschedule. The easiest way to get your prescriptions refilled is to call the automated pharmacy refill line at 713-794-7648. Make sure you have your social security number and your prescription number handy when you call. Have a medical question on the weekend and not sure who to call? The VA Network Telecare Center is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and can be reached by calling 713-794-8985 or toll free.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
how you spelling your last name again?
It's F as in Frank, UQUA.
Slade Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, how can I help you today? I was supposed to call you regarding what?
We had talked there in the clinic Friday. You said you were going to look into my file and do some research and call me on Tuesday.
I'm researching. Can you refresh my memory, please? Because I'm in your notes. I see you spoke with someone on the 17th, which was yesterday.
I don't think I spoke to anybody yesterday.
You spoke to someone yesterday. Oh, there was a note for you yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't speak to anybody yesterday.
There was a note put in her dash yesterday. Maybe you didn't speak to anyone, but there's. How can I assist you? What am I supposed to be looking at? So I can help you with that. That's okay.
Well, you said you were gonna look in my stuff and give you Monday till Tuesday. You could look into it, and you were gonna call me back about it.
Mr. Boy, I wasn't in yesterday. I'm asking what am I to look up? I'm in your notes right now. I can help you right now. Just refresh my memory what I'm supposed to be looking at, please.
I was trying to get a new doctor down there and trying to get to be able to be seen by somebody faster than what I'm being seen by. It's taking me forever to get uh, my back pain and my neck pain under control, and they just keep sending me back and back and back, and I can't live like this. I'm dying from this pain. It's killing me. I'm suffering to death, and
Okay, now.
I talked to the doctor down there, and she just now saying she's gonna make a referral to orthopedics. So shouldn't that have been made when they got the results from the MRIs back in like June or whatever? I mean, I asked to be put on the Veterans Choice Program thing, and then the people at the Veterans Choice Program say eligibility and send the paperwork over there.
No, would they? Because you don't have a console. Let's see what console we have. I don't think you have a console with ortho, so I'm not sure.
Well, she just put that in for like Friday.
The console was put in with prosthetics. There were 3 consoles submitted on Friday. One was for your wheelchair mobility. One was for prosthetics, and one was for orthopedics.
And when is the orthopedic appointment?
I do not see an ortho appointment to see if you had any orders for X-rays or MRIs.
Well, they was the MRIs were done like back in June or something.
Breast ultrasound, mammogram, So in order to get an appointment with ortho, I can't schedule that. You would have to call ortho. What's that?
Isn't that what the consult does?
No, the consult does not. We don't schedule appointments in the blind. It says on today's date, it says please schedule a spine clinic. So you have to contact the spine clinic. We don't schedule appointments without speaking with the veteran. We're not supposed to. So that's why it was not scheduled. But it was just signed on today at noon. Noon. Where the person, Dr. Bashir, signed off on it. But Dr. Joe will put it in on Friday.
And how long did it take me to get that from the time that I got my MRIs done? It took like 60, 70 days to get an appointment to see her. And I'd been told the day that I made the appointment that the VCL, I would be put on a VCL because the appointment was so far out.
Okay, I'm down doing the little research that you're talking, but you were scheduled on top of in June, right?
Yeah, that was for my shoulders. Yeah, that had nothing to do with my back.
Apparently, did you go
Yes,
to Tampa?
I did.
So let's see, this ortho request is for, it's all for your back. Distal cord, signal, remarkable calmness. So, okay, one thing. If you call ortho or the spine clinic, you can negotiate an appointment with you. I gotta find that phone number for you. And prosthetics, there was a complex in there for that. That was your other concern, right?
Yes,
Okay.
And this all started back in March of 2014, and I'm not even seeing a specialist about my back yet. And it's August of 2015.
This is March 2013.
14 is when I told him that my back was bothering me real bad in my thoracic spine, and with my discussion with Dr. Ajovu on Friday, it was almost as if she had not even read that MRI. because what she was telling me and the MRI reports that I had were two totally different things. So I don't have any faith in her, and requested to see a different doctor uh, that is able to do what they're supposed to do. I don't understand it. And when I read that other MRI, that's when she made the consultation to see orthopedics. Well, I would think she would have made that consultation when the MRI came back.
I would have to talk to Dr. Joe. I can't attest to.
Right.
Contact.
So I get well, she said she sent a letter to me, and I didn't get that letter. As a matter of fact, I didn't get the results from the MRIs or the letter.
What's your current address?
It's 14619 Ella Boulevard, number 505.
Is that a recent change, or that's been there for a while?
It's been, I think, since April, I believe. I think it was May or June.
Looking at it, I don't know if you attempted to update your address or those visits, you would have received that letter. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, I'm getting medication here. I'm getting other appointment letters here.
Okay, so yeah, it should have gotten that. I don't know if you're ready to write number down for orthopedics.
Yeah.
Okay, the extension is 26566.
Two
I'm going to
six.
transfer you before we get off the phone now.
Okay.
26566 is the orthopedic clinic extension.
Okay.
And let me see something else, see what else we have on for you. Prosthetics requests that are fitted with a test and what's the same for this time? Yeah, you get orthotic braces. Something that's for your back,
Yeah.
for your spine.
Yeah.
Yep, but they'll have that. That's still pending status. Just need someone in ortho hasn't looked at it, but of course that'll be approved, as well as with your power and mobility evaluation for your power chair.
Okay.
Both of those requests are still in pending status. Just someone hasn't looked at it, laid eyes on it, and then approved it. If you were to call either one of those clinics, someone will probably approve it while you're on the phone with them.
Oh, okay.
So ortho prosthetics, let me find a number for prosthetics. That extension is 27189.
Okay.
And see if I can find a power chair, PM&R wheelchair. See rehabilitation care line. Rehabilitation care line. Physical therapy, no. your primary care physician?
Yes.
Do you want that now or after you get these appointments? Because the reason I ask that is because when you go to the special clinic, they're going to need a doctor to speak with, your primary care doctor. If I transfer you, if you change your doctors now, they're going to be able to speak to a doctor who knows nothing about you.
Well, it doesn't appear like Dr. Jovu knows anything about me, but yeah, no, I mean I don't want to disrupt that process, but
Right.
I need a new doctor down there.
Oh, you definitely can get a new doctor. And with that being said, the thing, well, if you want me to change your provider, I can do that. If you want that facilitated within the next day or two, that's not going to be an issue. And then, but to get a follow-up appointment with a new provider, you more than likely want to complete these other consults so you'll have some fresh information to take to your new provider who can better assess how to care for you.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I can facilitate a provider change. Like this, I already have that. I can facilitate a provider change within the next 2 days. As a matter of fact, someone just dropped something off where I should be able to change providers. That's not going to be an issue. And then if you want a future appointment, we'll be able to set that up.
And then you had said something about the fee-based services or whatever. How do I get on that? I mean, if it's taking me all this time to,
Specialty clinic,
uh-huh.
when you speak to those folks in the ortho, if there's something, the fee basis is for federal government to pay for your care away from the VA. They call it non-VA care.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I can find somebody that's
Well, like my appointment to see a psychiatrist is in October. It's taking me, 60 to 90 days to see my primary care doctor. I mean, what is the fee-based or Veterans Choice Program supposed to do?
well, Veterans Choice is if you cannot see your primary care or not primary care, if you cannot see a provider within 30 days of your desired date.
And I can't, and I'm not being seen within 30 days of my desired date.
You don't have an appointment scheduled.
Right, it took me six months to start, 60 to 90 days to get this last appointment with Dr. Jovu, and the whole time I was calling the Veterans Choice Program trying to get on this list, and they were saying the eligibility from the VA there wasn't sending it over to them.
There's one question coming from MRI results. Yeah, it seems as though it seems as though for your appointment that you had on the 14th,
Uh-huh. The one that she subsequently made three consultations for me for.
right? Yeah, but the thing is, for Veterans Choice, it's based off of your desired date.
Right, and that was back in June, I think, was the desired date.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, when I was scheduling it with the front office, the desk there, they were the ones that were telling me, you need to have a specific date. I said, 30 days after my MRIs, so that I can get in there and then see somebody about the MRI results.
right.
And then it was like, I don't remember how many days it was, but it was way more than 30. And so I started calling the Veterans Choice Program, and they said, well, you got to call the VA for eligibility, and they're the ones sending eligibility over there to them.
Yeah, and they gave you some bad information. Like asking for eligibility. The way Veterans Choice works, if you can't get your appointment within 30 days of your desired date,
Uh-huh.
But the thing that really must be established is a desired date because
And that's what I said. Then when I made that appointment, I made it my desired date was like 30 days after those MRIs were completed.
Right.
And that was like June the 15th, and the appointment wasn't until August the 17th or something.
Exactly.
So it was 60 days beyond the 30 days that I had given them, to handle the processing, because I knew it'd take time for them to read the results and have those made ready. So I wasn't asking to be coming there and seen the next day after my MRIs. I gave them time for that. And then my appointment was like 60 days beyond that even.
Right. And apparently, not apparently, because I believe exactly what you're saying. Someone put your desired date as August 15th rather than let me see what day you did your MRI. That was in May. So it should have been roughly June.
Right.
Right. And the desired date that's in the system, which obviously is wrong if you tell me you requested 30 days after your MRI.
I did.
It's August 15th.
It was like June the 15th was when it was supposed to be.
Right. So that's an additional 30 days. So
No, that's additional 60 days. That's additional 60 days.
that's what I said, an additional 30 days.
No, an additional 60 days. From June the 15th to August the 15th is another 60 days beyond my requested date. My requested date was like 30 days beyond even, from that. When the day I made the request, it was like 30 days away.
Well, actually, you had your MRI on May 31st.
Okay. And then I'd given them like 2 weeks to get those reports back or everything. So it was like June the 15th or whatever is what I'd asked for. And then it was 60 days beyond that before I came in and saw the doctor.
Okay. In our system, it shows that your desired date was August 15th, and listening to you, I believe that's in error. But you've already had your primary care appointment. So, as far as veterans' choice going forward, it goes back to it. You must make sure, and all those done. As a veteran, we have to make sure that we get exactly what we're asking for, or at least it's properly annotated what we're asking for. So when you speak with a clerk anytime from this point forward, make sure you give a date and make sure that they understand that that is your desired date.
Well, don't you have a record of where would the record be for the lady who made the appointment the day that I made the appointment?
I'm looking at it. You made the appointment on May 15th.
With the lady up there on the front desk.
Yes, sir. But you didn't have MRI results back. So what you told me is you told her you wanted 30 days after the MRI results are back. Your MRI results weren't back the day you made the appointment.
That's correct.
So she wouldn't have been able to establish a date.
That's right. She said, "When is your preferred date?" And I said, "June the 15th."
And then with that being said, then once again there was an error made on our behalf because it says your desired date was August 15th.
Okay, well, who do I report that to?
Huh?
Who is that? Who reports that they're making errors on my records down there?
I guess now that I'm looking at it,
I mean, the supervisor of the.
folks that had training, where the entire facility has gone in for training to understand a desired date versus a preferred date versus a doctor or clinically indicated.
Yeah, we had that discussion that day. Two of them there had to. She said, "Don't put this date. He's got to have a desired date. What's your desired date?" I said, "June the 15th." When we had that discussion there that day.
I understand that, but I was answering as to what's been done to correct the errors.
Yes.
We've actually had national training on the desired date, preferred date, and clinically indicated return to clinic date.
Right, but that's not a not knowing what to do, and that's a mistake in what they did. I mean, if they put the wrong date down, I mean that's not a training issue. That's somebody not knowing what they're doing at all. I mean, she said, "What's your preferred date?" And I said June the 15th or whatever, and that's what they said they put in there. And how does that go from June the 15th to August the 15th? Is not that's incompetence. That's not a lack of training of what the policy is. I don't understand that. So, nevertheless, here I am you know, a year and a half after first reporting this back problem and this other chronic pain that I'm having, and they're not helping me. And that's what I'm telling you, man. I can't live like this anymore. I'm suffering to death, and I've already been hospitalized for suicide twice this year. So I mean, what is somebody going to do to help me? I need help.
So, of course, you're not a doctor, but what are you requesting for help?
I need some pain management. I need some pain medication to deal with this pain that I'm having. I asked her for gabapentin when I was down there Friday, and that's not even a narcotic. But you know, I can't live with this back pain. I got neck and thoracic and lumbar pain, so I can't sit up for too long because it makes my lower back or my neck hurt. I can't lay down because it makes my lower back hurt. I can't get comfortable no matter where I'm at. I can't sleep. My feet are sweating. I got and the doctor just.
Are you aware that your gabapentin had refills on it?
Yeah, I tried to call it in, and it's not here yet. I've been out of that. You know, for 3 or 4 days, and I told the doctor that's the only thing that I have that's even keeping me from going over the edge. And this is of no consequence. Huh?
It hasn't been mailed down.
Well, good. Well, maybe it's there. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's down there today. It's so hard for me to get on the mailbox. I ain't been down there yesterday because I got to wait for my aid person to come here to push me down there in my wheelchair. I don't have a damn handicap ramp off of my sidewalk down here. I can't get off the sidewalk in my wheelchair. And I asked to be put in a handicap accessible apartment in November of last year. I mean, who do I talk to about all these problems that aren't being solved, and I'm just being washed around in this shit and nothing is getting done? Right. And they called me, you know, last 2 weeks ago and said they were going to be at my doctor's appointment on Friday. And then 3 days before that appointment, they called and said they were moving me on some other team with the nurse on it, and she was going to call me in 2 days. And that's been a week, and I hadn't heard from them.
And that's from the home health folks?
That's the homeless veteran program people. That's why I'm telling you, man. That's why I need to talk to a patient advocate. Man, my stuff is all messed up there, and I'm suffering to death. I'm on the verge of committing suicide, and nobody seems to care.
Oh, we care, because I actually spoke to Dr. Joe face-to-face last week concerning your care.
Well, she said that I'm in no...
Yeah,
she said my pain was of no consequence to her. You know, she's saying you're not in enough pain to need pain medication, and then she don't even know what the MRI said. She says I got a bulging disc at T10, but the MRI report says there's a disc fragment there. There's the difference between a bulging disc, a ruptured disc, and a disc fragment. A disc fragment is not a bulging disc. That's a ruptured disc. It's broken into pieces. It wouldn't be fragmented if it was bulging. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I need a new doctor. I mean, it's of no care or concern to her that I'm telling her that this pain is killing me. And so I've made an appointment to go see somebody in Harris County as a gold card person because I can't get the help I need at the VA.
Right. Well, you're going to be able to get the help now with the orthopedics code, so because it's speaking of everything about your back pain and whether something is fused together and all that. Because I'm not clinical, I'm just.
Yeah, they already put some steel stuff in my lower back, and that's hurting me now. And so they tell me, Dr. Ghosh says, you know, they condemned me because I chose to take opiates back in 2005 rather than have back surgery. I don't want no back surgery. I didn't want no back surgery because that back surgery isn't a guaranteed fix. You know, and then I go back to the VA when I don't have health insurance, and because I asked for opiate pain medication, they said I'm a drug addict and put me in the methadone program. And And the guy in pain management says that you're not supposed to be in the methadone program for pain management. But that's what they told me to do. You know? I don't understand. I don't know. And I can't keep living like this. I keep hoping that something's going to happen and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I go to another appointment and it's the same thing. I mean, it's killing me just to get down there. You have to push back my wheelchair all the way to my car from that NASA clinic on Friday. Because I can't pull it with my feet no more. And I can't roll it because my shoulders are messed up. So I can just push it backwards. And I had to push it backwards all the way from Dr. Ajovu's office to my car. I almost flipped off the curb. I bumped into the door. Almost ran over some people. Nobody helped me.
I wish I'd known, but we have escorts there.
No, they don't. They got wheelchairs up there, but no escorts. I went by there and asked for escorts the day I went for my lab the week before. And she said, we don't got no people escorts here. We got wheelchairs, but I'll use my walker. And it hurt me so bad using my walker, I couldn't do my walker at all. I guess I can pull up there to the valet and just crawl into the hospital if that's where I'm at. I mean, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to just go down there and crawl in there. Because nobody's doing nothing. I'm just being allowed to just, my condition is deteriorating.
Once again, I will speak with Dr. Ajovu. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to try to guess what she's going to do or not going to do. But I know as far as the wheelchair issue, that's what the console for the power of mobility evaluation and evaluate you and see if you're eligible or a candidate for the power chair.
Okay.
As far as your pain in your back, orthopedics is out this console, which has already been approved. You should be able to schedule an appointment, express the pain that you're truly in.
Okay.
Maybe they can get you in earlier. Prosthetics, they have a console in also for a brace for your back to help minimize some of your pain.
Yeah. That's an upper back sport, yeah.
Right. And I can also change the provider and contact you with your new provider name and also schedule a future appointment. So and I do, the best I can, I do understand it sounds like you've been through an awful lot as far as dealing with this. But the sooner you contact these specialty clinics, and then you make sure you establish a desired date that's beyond 30 days, and then we'll go down a veteran's choice avenue as well.
Okay.
But it has to be outside of 30 days of your desired date.
Okay.
And I want to apologize for whomever scheduled your appointment here. And once again, we have been trained again and again. But I want to apologize for whomever scheduled your appointment here in this place or incorrectly entered the desired date.
Okay.
But I won't forget. I'm definitely going to go down and talk to Dr. Silver because from the admin side, I can only say that I really believe you're in pain. I really believe you need some help. But on the clinical side, she'll be able to speak to that, and then after speaking to her there, I'll update you and then start with the primary care chain.
Okay.
Okay, I do apologize because it sounds like you're in pain, and that's what we're here for, to try to alleviate that. So I want to get to the bottom of it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Mr. Fuqua.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Simmons.
All right.
The care that I'm getting is unsatisfactory, and I wanted to speak to someone there.
Are you are you at a unit now?
No, ma'am. I'm laying on my bed right now.
Okay. When were you discharged?
I came down there Friday expecting to be put in the hospital, and they sent me to the NASA clinic, and they told me that my doctor was off, and they would see me as a psychiatrist at 1:30 in the afternoon. So, I don't know what's going on. I talked to the patient advocate about getting a new doctor, and he said he would call me back, and he never called me back. And I complained about the level my care, and they sent me back to the same doctor who put me in this position in the first place. And I don't know, it's like I'm in a big circle.
To the chief of staff office, which is Dr. J. Calabar. So if you have a concern with your physician, your call will be directed to the Chief of Staff's office, who oversees the physicians here.
Okay, and who oversees the clinic?
The Chief of Staff's office. The chief is Dr. J. Calabar.
So, like, if I was told by the lady making my appointment that the Veterans Choice Program people would call me to set up an appointment, and they never did because my paperwork was filed incorrectly, who would I speak to about that?
The Veterans Choice, they have an advocate that's in the eligibility department.
Yeah, ma'am, and I tried to call her for 2 months, and ended up, and the Veterans Choice people ended up calling 911 and having an ambulance come over here and pick me up and take me to a hospital over here.
Well, what I'm doing, I'm answering your specific questions. You're asking me who reports to who.
I'm asking you? Asking me? Yeah.
No, I was stating that I was answering your specific questions. You were asking me who reports to who.
Right.
And I was giving you those answers as to who reports to who.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
And,
if you have a problem or a concern with the physician who is taking care of you, your primary care physician,
right.
The physicians report off the Chief of Staff's office.
Okay, and if I'm having a problem with the clinic and the patient advocate and Mr. Masasura, who's supposed to be over the clinic, who's over him?
The Chief of Staff's office, J. Calabar.
Okay, because that's not nothing to do with my doctor. That's about the clinic operations. That's not my specific doctor.
Dr. Manzara reports answers to the Chief of Staff, who is Dr. J. Calabar.
Okay. I'm just trying to clarify that because Dr. Masasura is not my doctor.
Yes.
And the people that work in the clinic, the patient advocate is not my doctor. So I'm just trying to clarify that all those people answer to Mr. Am I saying Calabar?
Dr. Calabar.
Okay.
The patient advocate, which is our Consumer Affairs office. Michelle Farrell is the supervisor there. She has team members that work for her.
What is the extension there?
What extension?
To Michelle?
Their direct number, I can get it for you because I don't want to give you a wrong number.
Yeah, because you can't go through the main line. It ain't working. The main line, it just either disconnects on you or just rings busy. So I didn't want to call Mr. Walmart's office again and ask him to send me down there. So
Consumer Affairs office is 713 794
okay.
7884.
Okay. And you don't happen to have an direct extension there, do you?
That's the direct number.
Okay.
Area.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day,
You
sir.
too. I have talked to her before.
Thank you for calling Consumer Affairs. Cynthia speaking. How may I direct your call?
Michelle, please.
What's your name, sir?
Slade Fuquay.
Fuquay. Is she expecting your call, Mr. Fuquay?
No, ma'am, but I have spoken to her in the last week or two. She said to call her back if I had any problems.
Okay, what's your last four, Mr. Fuquay?
6165.
Okay, hold on just a minute. You said Frank Fuquay?
Hey, I'm sorry?
You said Frank Fuquay?
Slade is the first name. Slade.
Okay, thank you. Hold on.
Oh, sure.
Consumer Affairs, Michelle, may I help you?
Hi, Michelle. And I might be mistaken, but it isn't you that I spoke to a couple of weeks ago?
I am not sure. Let's pull you up and see. What's your last four?
Oh, 6165.
No, I haven't spoken with you. How can I help you?
I'm trying to get a point of contact down there that's gonna be like a continuity of my health care that can follow up with all these things that are supposed to be getting done, because people keep telling me things are going to happen and they're not happening.
That should be with your primary care, so let me find out who that is.
That's Dr. Ajovu, but I mean, I'm talking about like all of it. I'm supposed to be getting help from this ACT team in the homeless veterans program,
Yes, sir.
and the deputy Tony, told me some things are going to happen, and none of that stuff has happened, and nobody's followed up with it. And I was assigned a social worker and a nurse, and the social worker doesn't seem like she's really following through with the things she said she was going to do, and some of the information that I'm getting back from them is information that I've already found out to be not correct or whatever. There's nobody operating their due diligence down there to follow through with any of these things, and I'm trying to find out what's the status. What is my diagnosis? What is the status on this help? I need somebody to help me with all that stuff, and I got too many doctors and too many helpers down there, and everybody's saying something and nothing's getting done, and I'm not gonna make it. And I'm trying to hang on. I tried to call the crisis hotline today, but they were overwhelmed with calls there, and I'm trying to keep get somebody to help me.
Right. Okay. It looks like you are working with Senator Cruz's office. You filed an inquiry with them.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything back from those folks, and
No, we're working on that. So if you will allow me, Mr. Sequay, let me check on the follow-up response, because on that we should be able to give you a point of contact. Okay, because we're addressing every one of your issues.
Oh.
Tax,
Oh.
primary care, with neurosurgery, all of that. So I should have points of contact for you, if you will allow me that, okay?
okay, well, I'm struggling, to do the things that they're asking me to do, and it seems like I'm in a big loop. I went and saw Dr. Ghosh last Friday, and Dr. Ghosh is the doctor who put me in the substance abuse program and diagnosed me with an opioid dependence when my request for opioids was to treat my back pain, and why he elected to put me in that clinic, I don't know, but that's who they sent me back to, and his response was to put me back into pool therapy. And I've already done all that once, and now I'm just seems like I'm in a big circle. And so
Okay, let me follow up on it and see if we can pull it all together for you.
the ACT team deputy Tony or whatever her name is, she said that they were going to have somebody come over here and install some handicap devices to help me until they could put me into a more suitable handicap accessible environment, and that's been like a month and a half, and I haven't heard anything from anybody on that. So everybody's saying they're going to do this stuff, and none of it's getting done, and I don't have any single point of contact to follow up with this stuff, and that's what I'm trying to do,
Well,
is
that's what I work on for you, getting a point of contact
And you have any idea how long that's going to take?
I would think we would have it by now. Hang on, let me just see where we're at.
Oh,
We're at 247 completed. We're just waiting on primary care.
so that should be forthcoming then pretty directly.
Yep. Once I get that, we should have it all together for you.
And then what should I anticipate then? Is I'll get a letter or a phone call or what do you have any idea what?
This will go back to the congressional office, in which they will also provide you with who the points of contact are. But I don't have a problem calling you with that either.
Okay, Michelle, well, I thank you so much today. You've at least been able to alleviate some of my stress. So,
Yeah. It's being worked on, and we're gonna get it all together for you.
and I've been calling phone numbers since about 10 o'clock today. You know, as I kind of expected somebody to call me yesterday. You know, and follow up with stuff, and it's just you don't hear from
Looks like
nobody.
you
You know.
got they're gonna be coming back out to your home on October the 30th at 1 o'clock.
Oh, that's Dr. Allison or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Michelle. And
All right, you take care.
bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Oh. Mm. Ah. Oh. Stop that.